Hey there, it's John Tush. I am at the Parkville Market. I am at the rally, and I am here with my friend and our second vice president, Stuart Beckford. Stuart, I'm going to tell you a personal story. I'm still a teacher in Hartford because of this man. This man got me through my first year. I will never forget that first year, and this man was such a help to me. But he's able to give us just a couple of minutes. Talk to us about what this rally is about, Stu. What are we doing here today?
First and foremost, we want to say thank you to all the teachers. We know that this has been a very tumultuous year, unlike any other before, and we want to acknowledge all that we have gone through and just kind of pay homage to the teachers that are doing the work in and day out in our schools. And furthermore, we want to make sure that all of the new federal funding that's coming down goes to our first responders, our teachers on the front line and their classrooms to close the opportunity gap for our students. We know that you care so much, and we want to make sure that we're fighting for that right now. So thank you guys for all that you do. We appreciate you, and we can't wait to fight this good fight for you.
Awesome, Stu. Thank you so much. What's going to be going on around here today?
So today we're going to have speakers from our union coalition. We have the substitute president, Mike Downs. We have the para-educational president, Shelley Davis. We're going to have the SSO, Davey Levy and Levez, and we're going to have everyone speak to the union coalition that we're a part of right now.
Awesome, awesome. And so tell us what the Parkville Market is for those of us who aren't really acquainted with Hartford.
Parkville Market is a new establishment with various food vendors here located on Park Street in Hartford. This is part of the renovation plan for the city to bring in new spaces and new faces so that we can have great outdoor venues here in the city of Hartford.
So they're actually supporting local businesses and supporting our students very directly today.
Correct.
That's
and
awesome.
So it's an awesome time, and everything that we have put together and contributed for this day is a factor of Hartford. It's coming from Hartford directly.
And so when are we here today?
We are here from 11:30 to 1:30 today.
And it's open, it's free to get in, right?
Free to get in. We'll be outside. We're socially distanced, physically distanced. We also have the game room on the other side.
Woo-hoo.
So we are looking forward to everyone participating today.
Stu, thanks for taking the time. I know you got a million things to do to get ready, but thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thanks.
Take care.
And listen, I got right here, right next to me, I'm grabbing our first vice president. I'm going to move you this way because you're caught right in the sunlight. But this is our first vice president, another good friend of mine. This is Corey Moses. Corey, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. The sun is out. Everybody's smiling the way it should be.
Now, why should everybody come on out here today?
Well, one, this is going to be the time to show our unity together as we come together. We were all in it together during this whole pandemic, and now we're coming out of it, and we need to come out of it together. Celebrate what we've done together, and also literally come out and show the support and have a chance to socialize. We spent so much time socially distancing, we've forgotten that chance that we have a chance to just socialize in the sun on a great day at Parkville Market. You can't ask for much more than that.
That is pretty cool. We've been kind of separated from each other for way too long, haven't we?
We have. It's been a year, and we keep saying we're in it together. Now this is a chance for us to show in real life that we want to be together.
Now, a lot of folks have asked me, like, what's the big ask? What do we want to come out of this rally? Like, what's the outcomes we're looking for?
Well, one of the big outcomes that I want to see is to see the unity of everyone. We have our coalition coming together, but also we went into this pandemic not knowing what it meant to be a team. We want to come out of this pandemic stronger, better, and more efficient. So that means more efficient as educators, more efficient as a coalition, more efficient as a community. But I want to make sure that we are all here to celebrate the fact that we went through a trying time together and we came out on top.
Hear, hear. And let's hope that we are turning the corner on this, huh?
Oh, absolutely. Turning the corner on two wheels.
Oh, thanks so much, Corey. Appreciate your time. I know you got 100 things to do. And this is so cool. You get an email from her every week. I'm actually going to turn you this way. You get an email from this lady every week in your email box to all of our members. And I'm right here with Melissa Yenny St. Eustace. She's our third vice president. She has been keeping us in the loop. Now, what's your message about today? Why do people come on out?
Hey everyone, so I hope you got this week's weekly update. I mentioned, I made a reference to if you're riding a horse and it dies, get off. this is our first step to getting off the dead horse we've been on for a while. So come and join us. Give us your input. We need it. We want to hear what you have to say. Like Corey just said, unity. We need all of us.
Now, what are the things that we're looking to make happen as a result of today? What are the messages we're sending to the leadership in Hartford?
Really that we're united. This is our first step in having conversations, like in-person conversations with our members, to figure out what we can do to build that collective power and really build relationships. Shout out to Steve, who recommended that it is important for us to build those relationships with our members. We're yearning those relationships because we haven't had the opportunity to build them, and they're important for us to move forward.
Now, besides today, besides what we're doing here, what are some of the ways that folks who've just been living in this remote land for a full year can get actively involved in their union, start making these differences?
So things that we have asked for people to do, either write to Board of Education members, attend the Board of Ed meetings, reach out to your other union brothers and sisters, whether not just from your chapter, but from across the chapters. We have the coalition now. So really joining forces and seeing what you can do in your building, what you can do in your community, joining forces with your students' families, just really getting that collectiveness together and building those relationships so we can all get on board.
That is awesome. Melissa, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right. And finally, wouldn't be an interview if we didn't sit down with our HFT president, Carol Gale. Carol, you're talking to the HFT right now. Oh, maybe I'll move you this way so we can keep turning you around, get you some light. There we go.
There's morning.
Your face. So, Carol, what are we doing here today?
Oh, wow. We are absolutely gathering for the first time in person after a year of being in a pandemic. So this is a milestone to mark 1 year in, and to recognize and thank everybody in our bargaining units and our unions across the city for the amazing dedication and commitment all year round to being in our schools, and to take the opportunity to put some forward thinking in place.
Now, what are some of those things that are forward thinking to you? Like, what are the issues that we're facing in the coming year?
So we know that this year has had lots of changes. One of those changes has been virtual learning, and that with moving into this digital age, there's going to be an indelible mark on the future of education. So we want to be involved in the conversations about what that means with policymakers and legislators. We also know that there's been an awful lot of opportunity gaps that have existed and broadened and widened for our students. And to meet that, there's an influx of $127 million coming to us from federal stimulus funds.
How much?
$127 million.
$127 million.
So we also want to have some input as to the use of that $127 million. So we want people to put heads together.
What kinds of things could be done with that $127 million, for example?
Lots of things could be done. One of the things that we're pushing for is adding the number of people actually in buildings to support students, adding teachers to lower class size, adding enough teachers in the arts so that every student gets music and art, as well as their PE, and that every library has a media specialist in it in the city, that we have extra paras that are classroom paras again, so that grades K, 1, and 2 have the supports of another adult in the room, that we add social workers and school counselors so that we can address the social and emotional needs of students. And then, of course, we want to purchase digital platforms and increase the repertoire of resources that are available to all of our teachers.
So Carol, let me ask you a question, because let's face it, we're a teachers union, right?
Right.
So we're supposedly all about, contract and making sure that work rules are obeyed and all of that, which is good, and we do that. But what can a union do to start kicking that money loose?
We can certainly reach out to legislators. We are trying to work with the Black and Latino caucus of the state legislature right now. We can reach out to the Board of Ed and the mayor, reaching out to all of the people involved, and certainly we continue to ask for a seat at the table with our district to be able to put our plans and our ideas on the table.
So, and now today, Saturday morning, we got some people who were home who just had their shots yesterday or the day before, so they're kind of coming out of their fog and their headaches just clearing. Why is it important to come out today?
It's important to be together in unity and in solidarity, because the more we band together and build our collective energy as a union, the stronger we will be. And we're not only doing that with the HFT, but we have been working very hard in the last 8 months to work in coalition with all the other unions of the Hartford Public Schools. And today we will see some of that, because we already have people who are coming from the SPOs are here that we've been working closely with as another bargaining unit in the Hartford Federation of Teachers. The paraprofessionals will be here.
Yep.
So, we're going to hope to see people representing other unions and continue that coalition building, because the strength in unionism is the strength of coming together in solidarity and building our collective voice and our collective power.
So true. And it ain't even, it isn't even 11:30 yet. I just want to show you what's going on over our heads right here. See behind us?
Yeah.
There's already people gathering, and it isn't even 11:30.
Yay.
There's plenty of parking, plenty of food. We're here at the Parkville Market. Carol, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, John.
Appreciate you giving us the time today. We're here at the Parkville Market, folks. You've got to come on out here. It's going to be a great time. Hang out with your. Now, let me tell you, back in my show business days, I learned one of the rules. Never work with babies and dogs. I'm going to break one of those rules right now. I'm going to introduce you to my friend Bingley, okay? This is my newest friend right here. All right, hello, Bingley, right here. Tell me, is this not the most running? All of a sudden, he's camera shy. Let me turn this camera around, get you a look at this beautiful puppy right here. This is Bingley right here. Mr. Bingley is awesome. He is a golden doodle. And to give you an idea just how big he is, that is his mom. That's Danielle Wong from Buckley High School. Hey, Danielle, I'm on Facebook Live right now, so you're talking to your fellow brothers and sisters in the union. Why are you out here today?
I'm out here just to kind of catch up with my other teacher friends and see how everyone's doing, check in, and see what the union's up to. I'm excited to hear what they say.
What has this year been like for you, like as a teacher at Buckley and the move and all of that?
It has been the hardest year out of my 9 years. This has been the hardest year.
And why? Tell me the things that you're fighting through.
Just making sure my students are safe. The constant changes. If someone says pivot to me one more time, I'm gonna scream. But yeah, it's always changing. The mark's always changing, and just fighting for what our students actually need.
That's really so true. So true. Well, thanks for coming out today. Thanks for showing the support. Appreciate it. Hey there. How you doing? All right, folks. So here we are. Parkville Market. It's going on right now. Starts in about 10 minutes. So come out. Don't miss it. Can't wait to see you.